So it turns out my county, as well as a lot of other places in California, are going to be without power for at least the next 36 hours. It is Wednesday, and we didn't have much notice, so we tried to get as prepared as we could last night. And so yeah, we went by candlelight this morning. So I'm going to be recording over the next few days, even without power, for as long as my camera battery will stay alive. And I will upload some stuff for the vlogs in a few days from now, which you're probably watching now. So right now it's a few days from now. Anyway, hi. Tommy from the past has no power, which means no internet. I have cell service. It's spotty, but I also don't know how long my phone is gonna stay alive. I've got it on like battery saver power right now, so we'll see. So that's where we're at. Okay, so day one of a 3 to 5 day power outage is going pretty good so far. It's not really that much different so far because it's been daytime, so like not having the lights to use isn't a huge deal. The biggest thing is the refrigerator, of course. So we had to figure out what to do with our food. Luckily, the way we buy food is kind of week to week, so we don't like have a huge stockpile of stuff like in the freezer or anything like that. So we pretty much figured out to do with all the perishable things that are in our fridge right now, and hopefully everything will be eaten by tomorrow. Our fridge is already not cold anymore, and the freezer, so we barely had any notice about this power outage. Yesterday they said on the radio and like the local news sources and stuff that possibly the power would go out in our county, but we didn't know yet. And then last night at like 7, they were like, we're pretty sure it's definitely going out in our county, but we don't know for how long. So we kind of went to the store at that point and got some jugs of water and put them in the freezer, thinking that they would freeze and keep our freezer warm. I mean, cool. But they did not freeze. There was just a bunch of jugs of cold water in the freezer this morning when the power was out. So we went to the store to see if there was going to be any ice, and of course there's no ice. Like, the power is out in the entire county, and it's like a statewide thing. So PG&E, which is our power and our electric and gas company here in California, I'm not sure if it's national, but they intentionally shut down power to a bunch of counties in California to prepare for some bad weather in a certain part of California. So, like, the grocery stores, it's like post-apocalyptic in there. Like, you know, everybody trying to buy things and prep and stuff. So, of course, there was no ice. But we were at our local grocery store this morning, which is like a half a block from our house. And somebody heard us talking about ice, and she's a neighbor of ours who lives like a couple streets down. We don't know her. I'd never met her before or seen her before, but she offered to give us one of her bags of ice because they had bought a whole bunch last night and didn't need as many as they bought. So that was super nice. She like came over to our house and gave us a bag of ice. So now that's in our freezer, and we've got some food in there that's luckily saved because of that bag of ice. So, which means that we should be set on dinner for tomorrow, and then after that, all of our perishable things will have been eaten, hopefully. Hopefully we don't have to actually throw anything out, but we'll see. Yeah. So tonight is gonna be a candlelight game night. I don't know. Yeah. So it's going fine so far. I mean, it's like, at this point, still kind of, you know, I don't want to say fun, but like kind of romantic and like, oh, this is an interesting like break in our daily lives. But, you know, after 5 days of no power, county-wide, it could look a lot different. And we are lucky and privileged enough to be able to be in a situation where, you know, it doesn't mean like dire circumstances that we don't have power for a few days. So, and not everybody in this county can say that. So I do have cell phone service, but no Wi-Fi, and I don't know how long my phone is gonna stay alive for. So I'm trying to keep off of that. All of my books are electronic, so I'm gonna have to start some new books in real book form. And I have been knitting a little bit, so like businesses and schools and everything are closed today and for the foreseeable future. So the college that Colin works at was closed, so he stayed home. My office is closed, so I stayed home. And since we're both home, Lucy stayed home and didn't go to her grandparents' house. So we're all home today, not at work, and probably tomorrow and the next day as well. Which also means no dyeing until the weekend, hopefully. So that's kind of a bummer because I have work to do. But yeah, so we're all home. We had a fire this morning because it was cold and we couldn't turn the heater on. But I've been working on my sweater design. I so far have knit about double this and ripped back to fix my increases, which I wasn't happy with. But this is coming along pretty good. I worked on this during Lucy's nap. Because there's no power, I have no video monitor, and usually I use a video monitor to keep an eye on her while she's napping. So that's kind of a bummer because I'm so used to it. But it's fine. She had a good nap. That's good. So Colin and Lucy are playing outside right now. Luckily, it is really nice out, although windy, which I think is part of the problem. But they're hanging out outside, so I'm going to go join them for a little while. And I will catch up with you guys later. Bye. Okay, so it's the next day. It is Thursday morning and the power came on last night. So they projected 3 to 5 days without power and it was just over 24 hours. So that wasn't bad at all. We are back up and running. Our refrigerator is coming back to temperature, so all of our food is totally fine, which is awesome. The college is still closed today, so Colin gets to take another day off because of it, which is actually really nice. So we're gonna hang around today and just do some fun, unexpected day off kind of stuff. And this is the closing segment for yesterday's video. I'm gonna put this up with yesterday's footage. And then tonight we're still gonna be doing Poe Thursdays, and we're gonna do it by candlelight because that was my plan when I thought there wasn't gonna be any power. So we're still gonna do that, I think. There was a meteor shower last night, and I thought without all of the power on in the city, we would be able to see it really well, and it was a really clear night. I took some footage of us outside looking at the stars. But I still couldn't see any shooting stars, but we probably went to bed way too early to see like the peak of it. So last night was our only night without power, and it was really fun. We lit a bunch of candles and hung out for a little bit. I tried to knit on my sweater, but I couldn't by candlelight because it was just too dark. So I switched to some socks, some vanilla socks that I've been working on. So that was really fun. We also watched a movie on our computer that was fully charged, and we have a bunch of movies like saved. So we watched 5 Easy Pieces, which is a really good movie. It's a movie with Jack Nicholson from, gosh, I don't know, like the 70s maybe? And I really like it. It's a great movie. It's a really kind of horrible movie, but it's really great. It's a really great movie. So that was really fun. So we kind of got all of the fun of a power outage and none of the having it go on for too long and not be fun anymore. So that was actually kind of nice. But I'm really grateful that power's back on. It's not back on for everybody. So super lucky where I am. We all have power again, and I think things should be pretty much back to normal today. Okay, so there was a change of plans today. I was called into work today because one of my coworkers left early because she wasn't feeling good. So instead of another unexpected family day off, I went to work for the day, and which is fine. It was great. I like being at work. So that means, though, that I didn't get anything done today that I wanted to. It also means that I am going to postpone Po Thursdays till tomorrow. So this is just going to be the video for today, and then we'll do a poetry reading tomorrow on Friday, and I think it'll be wonderful. So I hope you all have been having a pleasant Thursday. I'm gonna get started on making some dinner, and see you next time around.